Hello everyone and welcome back to another Football Manager experiment. It's been a long time since my last FM experiment. I've got lots of ideas in my head, but it's just getting the time to actually produce the videos because holidaying through many seasons can take quite a bit of time. But I hope you enjoy this one. It's Hachim Mastour at Real Madrid, the AC Milan wonder kid who has a lot of hype surrounding him. And I've seen recently, as well as Martin Odegaard going to Real Madrid, there's rumours that Hachim Mastour could also go there. So we'll have to see if he does or not. But this experiment, I'm just going to go through his career as if he started at Real Madrid rather than AC Milan. Now, of course, all of you that have the game can simulate the game with him at AC Milan anyway. So I thought I'd do something different and see how he does at a club he's rumoured to go to. Will Real Madrid give him a chance or will he completely flop? That is the question, because I think the main issue here is Football Manager 2015, the people behind it, have decided that his current ability and potential ability perhaps aren't quite as high as you'd have thought. He's only got 154 potential ability out of a possible rating of 200, so I don't think he's going to really push on. My prediction is he won't really get into the Real Madrid team and it become a sort of mid-table team, possibly top end of the Italian league if he goes back there, but time will tell. I'm going to holiday quite a few seasons, probably up to about the age of 33, 34, and see how he does in his career. Will he get into the Italian team, or will he just become a regular player, a regular club player? Please leave a like if you enjoy this video. Please subscribe as well, and also if you've got any other player suggestions for me to simulate, put them in the comment section below. That would be much appreciated. But first of all, we're going to holiday through to the end of the first season, just see how he does in his first season at Real Madrid. So I've holidayed to the end of the first season. Apologies if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I couldn't find a pronunciation anywhere. I just went on Google Translate in the end and just copied what the person said. So I've gone for Hachim Mastour. Let's have a look how he has got on at his first season at Real Madrid. So he's still in the under-19s, as you will see here, and stats-wise, he played 42 games, non-competitive games for Real Madrid, and 24 goals scored. That is very good for a player with only like 7 on finishing. That's already gone up from 6, I think I've noticed. So he's in the under-19s, and obviously here, top scorer, head of Borja Mayoral. Good average rating as well. Appearances wise, played plenty of games, so developing nicely. Whether that will continue, we shall see. The club as a whole managed to finish second in La Liga behind Barcelona. Lionel Messi was top scorer, Ronaldo with 19 goals. Will he break into this first team? So I've decided to holiday through to June 2018, and as you can see, he's at a different team. But he's on loan from Real Madrid. He's 19 years old. He hasn't broken into the first team. He's played for Castilla, the reserves of Real Madrid, effectively. In the 2016-17 season, he was in the Real Madrid C team, where he played only 3 games. But then for Castilla, in that season, same season, he did play 30 games, scored 10 goals, 4 assists, 3 man of the matches. So, yeah, a very productive season for him there with Castilla. Then moving on, in the second season, he has gone on loan to Bochum. But he also played quite a few games for Castilla before that, where he scored 7 goals in 17 games. Moving to Bochum in, German first division. Played 11 games for them in the league, 1 goal, 1 assist. Very poor average rating though, so that is not good. This is his attributes. You can see they've increased slightly, but he hasn't even managed to get any youth appearances for Italy under 21s. You'd have thought he would by now, and his value is only 275k with his contract ending next year. So will Real Madrid keep him? I suppose that's the main question. Time will tell. So here we are. He's 21. It's 2020. Still at Castilla, contracted to Real Madrid. His weekly wage has gone up to 22k a week, worth 375k. He did sign another contract, but he hasn't broken into the Real Madrid first team. He's done okay for, well, he's done reasonably well for Castilla. 7.45 average rating that season, 11 goals. Also on loan at Cordoba, and played 11 games, 6.63 average rating, and then this season just gone 9 goals in 16 league appearances for Castilla, 7.10 average rating. Now it hasn't really gone according to plan, I guess. You'd probably think, oh, he's going to be a star alongside Odegaard in the Real Madrid team, but he's not. And in fact, I haven't actually moved Odegaard to Real Madrid on this game, I don't think, but I just thought he'd be a bit better. But then his potential ability is not brilliant, and some of you are probably wondering why I did this video, because it's not really going to plan. A lot of you asked for it. I saw a few people asking about this guy, and perhaps he's just a bit underrated on FM15, or the developers and the scouts have decided perhaps he's not ready to be in the sort of messy potential category. So yeah, we'll track his career, we'll continue until sort of mid-30s. See if he can improve. You never know, he might improve, but we shall see. So I've holidayed all the way to the year 2025, and he's moved on. He's 27 years old, no Italian caps, no under-21 caps. He never broke into the international scene for Italy, unfortunately, which is disappointing. But he's moved to Catania via a couple of teams, in fact. So for Castillo, played, another season for them, did well, but then moved for 130k to this team, Frosinone, in Serie A, before moving for 1.2 million to Livorno, where he didn't really play a huge number of games, but then moved for 1.4 million to Catania. So lots of transfers going on in those 3 seasons. Played plenty of games that season, but the last 2, they've just non-existent. I don't know whether it's injuries or just he's not being good enough. Few injuries there, of course, you can see. Knee ligaments, 6 weeks. Couple of broken feet as well, 4 weeks each. So that's pretty disappointing. That would have affected his game time, but no games at all in the last 2 seasons. And I mean, this experiment is turning out to prove that basically this guy shouldn't go to Real Madrid. Obviously, you can't use Football Manager to really decide that, but it's interesting that Football Manager has come out with him basically not being very good, unfortunately. His attributes, his technical attributes are very nice. Some of his mental are quite nice and decent, well, not very good physical. I think he had much better acceleration at one point, and that's just plummeted. So it's very strange. If you look at his biography, you can just read there, nothing has really occurred for him. Achievements wise, what's he done? Really nothing's been relegated from Serie A, relegated from the German First Division. That's just not good at all. And some of you guys out there, maybe AC Milan fans watching this, or just Italians in general, hoping for Hachim Mastour to be a star, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. But perhaps on your saves, he's turned out to be a good player with AC Milan. If you develop him well, play him, train him up, send him out on loan to the right teams, I'm sure he can turn it into a decent player. And I think on the next edition of the game, if he continues to impress in real life, he should surely be upgraded on FM 2016, or perhaps in the January update for March, because obviously there's been a lot of hype around him the last 6 months. Not as much as Odegaard, but he's set to be a very good player on that level. So this is the last update in this video. I've gone through to the age of 33. It's the year 2032, and he's ended up at Vigor Lamezia, wherever that is. That's another Italian team in Serie C, Serie C-C, not even sure what division that is. But anyway, that's where he is. He moved there on a free in the 2028-29 season after 4 seasons at Catania, where he played only a handful of games. But in this much lower division, he's been more successful, playing well, plenty of goals, and doing alright for them, as you'd probably hope he would be able to in that sort of division. But yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't worked out for him, having gone to Real Madrid. But it just proves, this simulation proves that it's not always a good thing going to the big team. I think most of you know that anyway, but this could possibly happen to Martin Odegaard if he's not careful. So if you're watching, Martin, yep, I'm sure you're watching this, I'm sure you're a subscriber. If you're watching, you know, this is what could happen to you if you're not careful. So don't do a Hachim Mastour and flop. If, although it's a bit too late now, you've gone to Real Madrid, so maybe second thoughts. Well, to be fair though, 80 grand a week or whatever you're earning, I suppose that'd be worth it in the long run. Anyway, I think we'll just have a look at some of the big teams and see how they did. See, Real Madrid missed out on Hachim Mastour, but they've got Brendan Rodgers as manager. So, you know, what more do you need? They have they won the league? They've won the league a couple of times. In fact, Barcelona dominated to start with. Real Sociedad won it. Atletico Madrid have won it many, many times since then, and Real Madrid a couple of times. So Atletico Madrid have become the dominant force in Spain. But Brendan Rodgers, manager, wow. Who have they got? And I suppose there's not really any real players left. Someone called Noel in goal. But I'm not sure there's any real names there. There might be the odd one. I saw Callum Chambers was the vice captain at one point when I stopped holidaying. Looking at the Champions League, these are the winners. Real Madrid won it the first 2 seasons, in fact. So maybe Hachim Mastour had a positive effect on, well, the first season, in fact, that was the real life. But they won it the first season with Hachim Mastour at the club. Maybe he inspired them. Juventus have won it a few times. Quite a few times, in fact. AC Milan, his old club, have won it. Barcelona, Arsenal, Chelsea, Schalke, PSG, Man City eventually winning the Champions League. Lastly, we'll just have a quick look at the Premier League, just out of interest. I like to look at the big divisions and competitions on most of my experiments, and just the usual suspects there. Liverpool won it in 2019, Arsenal have won it 3 times, Man City, Chelsea, no titles. Oh, Man United won it twice as well, but just the usual suspects. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know it's not been exactly the most successful experiment, but not everything is. I've actually recorded a couple that I've just decided not to upload because they failed so badly, but I think this just shows if a player goes to the wrong club, it's not at his level, not the suitable club for him, that they really can go downhill. Look at his attributes, they've just plummeted. His physical attributes are incredibly low, and it really has ruined him since, I mean, I think Real Madrid basically ruined him, if I'm honest. And there you go. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and leave suggestions for future experiments in the comment section below. Thanks guys.